Israel's strong ties to Iran's neighbour, Azerbaijan, are a source of concern in Tehran, but the two countries have become increasingly open about their growing relationship, and last night Azerbaijan opened an embassy here in Tel Aviv. My next guest was at the embassy opening last night. Rabbi Mark Schneier is the president of the Foundation for Ethnic Understanding, and he joins us in the studio. Great to see you, Rabbi. Thank you very much for coming by. Tell us about the importance then of Israel's ties with Azerbaijan. What did you learn at that embassy opening last night, and how can the relationship help contain the threat from Iran?
Well, Azerbaijan is unique among the 57 Muslim countries. First, we celebrated last night the first Muslim Shiite majority country to ever open an embassy here in Israel. And I would say Azerbaijan, one of Israel's greatest allies in the Muslim world. It has tremendous regard and reverence for its indigenous Jewish community. It's one of the largest Jewish communities in the Islamic world, and Azerbaijan, under President Aliyev's leadership, is truly a beacon for interreligious and intercultural understanding. So once again, Azerbaijan is setting an example not only for its neighbors, particularly Iran, but really for the greater Muslim world in terms of the dynamic that it enjoys with the state of Israel.
Should we not honour Bahrain with that title, though they're also a Shia?
Listen, I've said the same thing about Bahrain. You know, I can say the same thing. If you want me to go through the Muslim world, that's my space. I can give you a whole overview, but I don't think we have the time for that.
That is what you do, absolutely. Now, let's talk about the situation currently, because there's no doubt, is there, that events here, political events, have cooled, at least publicly, the diplomatic ties between Israel and its partners in the Abraham Accords. Various ministers have been condemned for their actions and their words. I'm thinking of Bezalel Smotrich, Itamar Ben-Gvir. Benjamin Netanyahu is yet to visit any of our partners in the Abraham Accords. What are you hearing behind the scenes? Are things really cooling off?
Well, I just came back from Riyadh. I actually led the first synagogue delegation ever to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. But one thing I can say unequivocally, the frustration that there is no engagement between Israel and the Palestinians, and anyone, including the Prime Minister, who thinks they can do an end around in terms of ignoring the Palestinian question, it's just not going to fly. It's not going to fly. So there may be, if there is, I'm not even saying for sure that there is a cooling in terms of Bahrain and UAE and Morocco and other partners, but in terms of the future growth of the Abraham Accords, I don't believe it will happen without some engagement between Israel and the Palestinians.
And what would that engagement look like, according to
it needs to be something. I mean, right now there's no engagement, there's no conversation. Maybe it's time for Israel to turn to countries like Saudi Arabia, like UAE and Bahrain, saying, you know what, we need your assistance, we need your help in terms of bringing the Palestinians to the table. Let them have some skin in the game, because whatever we're doing here, it's not working.
Do you think that the comments of people like Bezalel Smotrich, who actually said the Palestinians don't exist, is actively harming relations?
It's not helping.
Of normalization with Saudi?
Listen, it's not helping, but I can tell you from, I heard this from the King of Jordan, and I heard this top leadership in Saudi Arabia, from, Qatar, you name it, that without engagement between Israel and the Palestinians, the Abraham Accords is just not going to grow in terms of more countries coming on board.
And of course, Benjamin Netanyahu said that his #1 foreign policy priority was to get Saudi Arabia to sign up to the Abraham Accords. The Saudis did sign a deal. It wasn't with Israel, it was with Iran. Nobody appeared to see that China brokered deal coming. What do you make of it?
Right, and no one thinks it's good for Israel except for me. I wrote about this just 2 weeks ago in the Arab News, in Saudi Arabia. I think there is a great opportunity here for Israel, because whatever we've done has not been working, whether it's the Prime Minister's threats, whether it's Obama, Trump, even President Biden's plans. Maybe it's time for Israel to have a proxy, an advocate in the name of Saudi Arabia, to see how Iran can be contained. The #1 issue for the Saudis vis-a-vis Israel is not Iran, it's about economics, Vision 2030. The Crown Prince himself said to me that without Israel, Vision 2030 will not succeed. Iran is in a similar dire economic state. Maybe it's time to let Saudis fight the fight in terms of trying to bring some kind of engagement between Israel and Iran. Historically, Iran was Israel's greatest ally in the Middle East. We have nothing against the Iranian people. So I see this as an opportunity for Israel and not as an obstacle.
Okay, it's an interesting take. So you think that the deal will last, because some people say that the Saudis are being very cautious about trusting Iran moving forward?
I think the deal will last because it has the support of UAE, has the support of Bahrain, has the support of Morocco, has the support of the greater region. And then the number one issue for the region will be economics. But you will not see the growth of this region economically without the state of Israel. That's the opportunity for Israel in terms of the greater region.
All right, great to talk to you, Rabbi.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.